Welcome to episode 50 of Journey to Million here on this Wednesday night. Myself, Drew Skyberg, joined alongside Zach Roush. What's going on over there? Is everything
I don't know,
good?
but I just hit my knee on my desk and it hurt pretty bad. So
Okay, so Zach injured to the IR. He will be going. Jared, there's Jared. Okay, I have a little leg issues right now, but Jared, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, episode 50, it wasn't as cool as an intro for episode 50 because episode 52 will be the big performance, the big episode, the 1 year mark of Journey to Million. We'll be doing a lot of great things on that episode, and we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be like that Thanksgiving week kind of, so we'll keep you posted on when that's going to come out the Wednesday night. We'll keep you posted on that Thanksgiving week, that plan for episode 52. But otherwise, we have the full squad here. We're coming off of week 9 of football. We have some takeaways. We got to talk about fantasy player picks, team picks. We got to talk about week 10. We need to talk about how Jared's wrong like 85% of the time.
I went 3-2 for team picks this week.
Sorry, just had to do that. We need to talk about how Zach keeps going 5-0, and he has good weeks, but it doesn't reflect, it's great he's good at fantasy picks and team picks, but when it comes to season long fantasy football, I mean, this guy, he's not it.
You sure about that?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know.
But let's go through the team.
Can we talk about something quick? Can we talk about something quick?
Yeah, Jared.
How Zach tries to take Mahomes from me for 3 firsts when he goes for like 5 firsts normally? Well, and thinks that I'm the one that's losing out.
You were thinking about it, weren't you?
We talk about when we talk about Zach. We talk about
it wasn't trades to benefit only their team. Doesn't think about the other team.
So there's always that meme, where it says, this trade's gonna benefit you a lot to the person, negotiating trades. This trade doesn't help me. This helps you. That's Zach.
So this is what Zach did. So he offered me 3 firsts for Mahomes, right? And I think he threw in Zach Wilson. I think that's what it was. So I put in a second and Jalen Waddle, and then I added a second into mine. He says,
"This was Jared."
Okay. No, hold on. Then he says, "Get rid of Waddle and your second."
Jalen Waddle and a second
for Mahomes and a second. And then he says, "Okay, get rid of Waddle and you get rid of your second, and we'll do it." So basically, all it's adding is a second. Zach, no, I'm not doing that.
From my experience, again, Zach does trades that benefits him and not the other team.
Okay. And the very last offer I sent Jared, he said, "That's actually not bad." And that's a quote. It's actually not that bad. I'll have to think about it.
So Zach, people say that, Zach, and still decline it right away.
If it was good, I would have said, "That's a good trade." I said, it's not bad. It's actually not bad. Yeah. I said, I wouldn't.
It's not good, though. I get, like... And why would one trade away a generational talent like Mahomes, even for the 3? Like, even there's always that 3 first rule, right? I mean, I still can't find myself trading away Mahomes, especially a super flex. One quarterback, yes. One quarterback, I would do that trade. The trade that Zach sent with the what was it? Did you say 3 firsts?
Yeah, Zach also offered 2 firsts for Joe Burrow.
That's terrible. I mean,
it is terrible.
In Superflex, Zach, you're trying to scam people at that point. That's not cool. Nope. Yeah. Camera goes. That's scamming.
Just wanted to throw that in there just so everyone knew. Zach is trying to take advantage of people.
Is the takeaway? So one of our week 9 takeaways is don't trade with Zach?
Yeah, that's it. I think so.
Oh, okay. But let's go to fantasy team picks. Jared's had a field day on Zach already here in this episode. Maybe, be nice, but. We went, Jared beat me in team picks for the first time since week 5. And that happened with a 3-2 record for Jared, 2-3 for me. I was the one who took the Packers this week. And then Zach with back-to-back 5-0 weeks. We have 3 5-0 weeks out of the 27 total that have been, 27 total picks that have been done.
You mean
all 3 of us, and Zach has all 3 of them. What?
Because you guys haven't got any.
Thank you, Zach. That is a math.
You mean 3 of my 9 weeks?
Well, I sorry, I was trying to make it look even better for you. But okay, cool. So Zach, 3 out of his 9 weeks, yes, has gotten 5-0. His lowest is 3-2. He's never gone under 500. That's always a cool stat. And we've only had one person go 1-4, and that's Jared, and he's done it twice.
Okay.
But
I gained a game on you this week, so we're coming back.
you did gain a game on me. Yeah, Zach's 38-7 right now. He's leading the way. But fantasy team picks, the player picks, I guess, not team. Going through it, it was another one of those weeks where I make my player picks, and there's a lot of laughing, a lot of giggling along the way, it seems, from either one or two of you or both. And, it was a good week for me. I won.
Would you stream this week?
0.82. It was Kate Otten this week.
Yeah, Kate Otten.
Kate Otten got the job done. He put me ahead of Zach with 107 there. 1.82 point win for me. Do we even need to talk about Jared? 67.08. Jared
Let's see. So Hopkins came off of one of his best weeks, or just coming back. So I took Hopkins, didn't do much. Josh Jacobs didn't do much. Tua had a decent game. Pitts didn't have the week he had last week, and Higgins underperformed as well.
Sounds like you took players with bad matchups.
I had good picks. No, I had good picks, but they didn't pan out.
I took guys with great matchups. Justin Fields. Zach took guys with great matchups too. It was even highlighted on our reels today. Zach took Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker back to back. Turned out to be quite the successful week in any format of scoring. Very good. Was Mixon out of the top 5 before this week? I think he was, wasn't he? So we could have taken Joe Mixon. Imagine if one of us had Mixon. That would have been pretty nice week. Or did any of you guys go against Mixon by chance?
Oh, I scored 180 points in one of my leagues, but the guy had Mixon and put up 209 and beat me.
Good. What about you, Zach?
Nope. Didn't go against him in any league. I didn't go against Justin Jefferson either, so.
You went against Justin Jefferson in my league, or not in my league, in your league.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jared, wait.
No.
No,
I don't have him.
I'm going against Jared this week, and Jared has Jefferson, or not Jefferson, Fields.
Fields.
I was thinking Fields.
Wow.
Wrong name.
I don't know what. Okay, but yeah, you finished with 107 points. You have 775 points on the dot, and then Jared's still in second though overall, 695.8, and then I'm behind him, 689.28.
You're in last, Drew. Yeah.
But I've also won, I think, 3 of the 9 weeks. So should have been 4. Last week was stupid. No, last week Harrison Bryant sold. He unbelievably sold me. But yeah, I mean, team and player picks, we're gonna see, can Jared finally have a 4-1 week? I mean, that's kind of the takeaway here. Can it happen? Is it possible?
Who didn't win last week for me? I chose Eagles, Dolphins, Ravens. So Raiders lost to Jacksonville and the Cardinals lost to the Seahawks. I was trying to take some upsets because, you can't just take the Seahawks against the Cardinals at home. I know they don't win at home, but it's like...
No, I thought this was one of your better weeks for picks.
Oh, I did, yeah. Zach, you just... Yeah. Whatever. The Raiders lost to Jacksonville, a 2-win team. Like, come on.
Don't the Raiders have 2 wins?
Yeah,
they have 3.
They have 2.
Yeah. Raiders have 2 wins right now. It's the football landscape. So I guess if we want to talk a little about week 9, I don't even know how to describe it right now. Right? I mean, we see the Chargers-Falcons game where the Chargers basically, I mean, they kind of got lucky. I mean, the Falcons were pretty secure. Could have won the game, but they dropped that fumble. We see the Lions and Packers, which I don't even know if I want to talk about. We see the Jets beat the Bills. We see the Jaguars come back to beat the Raiders. Raiders are 0-5 on the road. I guess we see the Titans led by Malik Willis almost beat the Chiefs. I guess out of all the takeaways from week 9, which one really stood out for you both, looking at it?
Jets and Bills.
Jets, yeah.
I don't want to say that because Allen got hurt. I mean, he still played, but he wasn't 100%.
That happened late in the game, though, didn't it?
Yeah. I kind of want to say the Titans, how they stuck with the Chiefs. I mean, it's impressive how they don't have a receiving core. Not a single receiver caught a pass. It was all tight ends and running backs. I thought it was just surprising how they were still able. I mean, Derrick Henry led them, but still able to stick with the Chiefs there.
They're a well-coached team. We talked Mike Vrabel, right? Coach of the year last year. I mean, I like that squad coming in. I should have stuck with my gut more. I'm not gonna say like I really, I thought it might be the Titans preseason wise. I thought the Titans still, could win the South, but over the Colts, and it wasn't even anything against the Colts. I just was afraid with Matt Ryan, but
I think a lot of people gave the Colts a lot of credit and they didn't deserve it. Like every year the Colts come in and everyone's like, "Ooh, Colts are going to win the division, favorites," and then the Titans just own them the last few years.
We still got to like the Colts, not trying to look too far ahead, but I still feel like next year, like, I don't know.
They
but
have it all there.
Patriots
They just need
tough.
I mean, they're getting they're clowned on every website right now. I mean, I don't know what Jeff Saturday is about. I don't know what that's about at all. He was working with the Colts. So he was with our organization. We didn't just take him from the TV and put him on our team. But still, I mean, no coaching experience. I think he's more of a fun guy and a friend. I liked it personally because he was a lineman and we need to run the ball. And I think that but then it came out that he's not even calling plays. So,
well, he hasn't been coaching. He's coached high school football. I mean,
and now we have
I think it was a
30-year-old. Parks Frazier is now a 30-year-old calling plays for us. It's really confusing what we're doing. Irsay, did you see how that conversation went? Irsay gives him an email or something. He says, "I don't know what to do about our offense or whatever." He said something about like the time that
he sent a text about the line. He was like,
"The line, yeah, our
what's
protection,
wrong with the line, or like
what's wrong with our protection?" And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Jeff Saturday is our new coach. Like, I don't know.
With the coaching stuff, right? John Fox, is that the guy who's been coaching, right? For Fox, who's the on the Colts, the coach, or the
who? Not, what do you mean? What?
Yeah, one of the coaches. The Colts have a coach on their
I think it's John Fox
coaching staff that's coached before. Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, and he's got. I got it. Yeah,
they have a coach on their coaching staff that has coached before. They have a lot of coaches that have coached before.
Well, I'm talking about John Fox. Sorry.
Okay.
He used to be a head coach.
Yeah, okay, John Fox has coached. I actually have it up right now. He's got 40 years of coaching experience. I guess I'm just. And he's 16 years of NFL head coaching experience. I have it up. I guess he was the guy who I pointed to, and I was like, all right, he's got to be the interim head coach.
You see, when I saw the notification, I was like, oh, that's funny. That's a nice meme. That's a good joke. And I got another one, and I was like, this isn't true. No way that's true. Yeah. Like Saturday, come on.
When you look at interim head coaches, I mean, you're getting guys who I think you want someone who's got some experience, a guy who can maybe let's see how he performs, and if he proves it, right? I mean, you offer him a contract to coach your team for years to come. I thought John Fox was that guy for the Colts, and they go and they hire someone with little to no experience. I'll say more no experience.
I mean, he did play in the league for 10 years.
That's fine, but he's got no coaching experience, Jared. I mean,
well, you could have said that about Steve Nash when he got hired with the Brooklyn Nets. He wasn't a coach, he was a player that
I did say that
too, because
Chauncey Billups is a player that turned coach.
I mean, a lot of players could turn coaches, but players should not go right to the top coaching position. I mean, think about the hundreds of thousands of other guys
the point of the season we were at, we didn't score a touchdown last week. We had 3 points against the Patriots, and we're looking terrible. I think that anyone that's not a Colts fan is like, what are they doing? But all Colts fans are just sitting there like, oh, that's kind of cool. Jeff Saturday is our coach now. It's kind of a joke. It's like, oh, look at this. We might actually it's kind of a fun team now. We have a nice atmosphere. Reggie Wayne's our receiving coach. Jeff Saturday is our interim coach. It's kind of like a joke, but it's also like, hey, maybe this will work. We'll see how this goes, kind of a thing.
Okay, and I understand. I have to accept that Saturday's the interim coach, but I feel like, of course, Saturday's going to be a player's coach, if anything. I guess if that's kind of what you're going at, Jared, with the player aspect. I mean, he's done it's like a manager for baseball, right? How many times do we see a player with really no managing experience get it, right? I mean, they're players. I guess I feel like that's a little different from the NFL head coaching position, but I can feel see
like
it. But
I kind of know how that conversation went with Irsay and Saturday. I kind of want to say it was more of like a Irsay asking Jeff, like, hey, what's wrong with our team? And then Saturday's like, well, you just got to run the ball more, use Jonathan Taylor or whatever. And he's just like, oh, you could do that. You want to come here and be our be our coach. He kind of came in, and I think because you saw the whole thing with Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday, right? When they were like,
everyone,
heated moments, yeah. And I mean, that's a while ago. I don't know if you can take anything from that, but Jeff Saturday was telling him to run the ball and, run the ball, be an lineman for his whole career. I mean, you want the ball to be ran. And I think maybe he'll come in and influence that decision a little bit. Maybe that's what I'm hoping, at least.
Well, if he's not calling plays, right? I mean, he's not going to be calling defensive plays.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting what his role all entails. And I know we've had successful head coaches. We've had coaches before not call plays, but it's a head scratcher for me. I disagree. Is how I'll sum it up.
Who would you be looking at for besides the guy you said? I mean, who? Because
I mean, I get the idea going.
You
going
didn't know
internally.
who that was.
I knew who John Fox was. I just didn't know. I said, yeah. He was a coach for. I mean, he coached with the Bears too. He was the Bears coach.
Okay, because
a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't mind it. I really don't at all. I like it a lot, actually. I mean, I know it's kind of a joke, but I actually do not mind it whatsoever. Just change something up. I mean, I don't really care at this point.
They should have went with Reggie Wayne if they're going to.
That's what I was.
Player, though.
That was the best case scenario for me. I said that Reggie Wayne should be our coach, but this is okay.
That and then in the offseason, I mean, I guess if he proves it, but otherwise, I mean, there's a lot of qualified guys. I mean, like still, Brian Flores is not holding an NFL coaching spot. I mean, I feel qualification-wise, Flores, right? I mean, come on.
And you got to think that Irsay does what he wants. I mean, he's just that guy, that kind of guy. Like, he doesn't care what anyone thinks. He just does things. You see what he said about the whole coaching thing? Like, I don't know how to make a sausage, so don't ask me to make a sausage, but I know how to play football or coach football, so don't question my football coaching, whatever he said.
I did not see that, but
yeah,
I don't know. I for an interim, whatever. I just off season, if they're gonna get a coach, they better get a guy. They better get someone qualified. And all right, I point to Brian Flores right away. Of course, there's other candidates as well. But talking other Week 9, things. I guess the Packers. How about the NFC North? Right, the Lions get the job done 15-9, and then the other thing was. With the Bears, Justin Fields, having the game of his life, certainly say one of his best games. I think the best game of his career so far. Are you guys? I mean, it's so surprising to me how the Bears and Packers same record, and even on the power rankings, Zach, they are the closest we've ever seen them. I think in since was it 2018? Power
yeah, probably.
Like it is something. I'm wondering Bears Packers matchup at Soldier Field near the end of the year. Jared, I'm gonna go to you as like the unbiased kind of guy. You think Bears could win that? You think the Bears will win that against the Packers?
I mean, as much as I hate the Bears and I've been talking about them the whole time, saying they're a terrible team, Justin Fields look promising and they look like they have a better future ahead of them right now than the Packers do, and the Packers are playing awful. I mean, it's a long ways away yet, but as of right now, yeah, I think the Bears take that game. I really do. Packers have shown me nothing that says they're going to win another game this entire year. Same as the Colts. My number one takeaway is Colts and Packers suck. So that's just what I wanted to say, and it's crazy how a team like the Packers can just explode like that.
Both our teams are bad.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zach?
I mean, there's still a lot of season left, so Packers offense has time to get right yet, but obviously we haven't seen a whole lot of improvement so far this year, so it's kind of hard to expect that to happen. So if they played this week, I'd say the Bears are probably got like an 80% chance to win, but we'll have to see how they're playing at the end of the season. But I think Will Wayne should be his advice should be taken into consideration.
Lil Wayne was tweeting after the game, very upset. A Packer fan was Lil Wayne. A lot of Packer fans upset. I was listening to some radio talk shows after the game, and wow, I mean, you never heard this kind of uproar. Maybe was it like 20? Yeah. It was like 2017, 18.
Say something about that. So nothing against Packer fans. Actually, a lot against Packer fans. The Packers have made the playoffs 26 of the last 30 years. they have one bad season and everyone's calling for their GM and their coaching staff to get fired. Like, are you kidding me? That's called entitlement.
Hey,
Well-
all right. I never said that.
It's just crazy. Like everyone on Twitter and everywhere, news shows, everything. Is it time for them to blow up their organization? Like, are you kidding me? The last time they missed
there
the
are
playoffs
Packer
is when
fans who
Rodgers
think
was hurt.
rationally, Jared. I mean, I wouldn't say collectively Packer fans. I mean, I feel Zach and I are pretty rational Packer fans, but
Yeah.
I certainly, 26 out of 30 years, there's if you have two of the all-time great quarterbacks, I'm not going to say the best, right? I mean, but Favre and Rodgers are historically a part of the all-time greats, that list. You are expected to make the playoffs every year, almost every year.
I didn't say all Packer. I said some. There are some Packer fans that are, just to clarify, the only years they didn't make the playoffs is when Rodgers tore his collar or broke his collarbone or he got hurt, and then the years in between, Favre, Rodgers, stuff like that. Those are the only years they didn't make the playoffs in the last 30 years. I don't think it's time to be like fire this person, fire them. Like, it's 1 year. Like, just calm down.
LaFleur safe, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
but I mean, what Brian Gutekunst, he's put together. They've gotten some nice pieces, but I'm not going to say, because again, it's not really a lot of him, but Mark Murphy, being the Packers principal, or what not principal, it's what is he, president, team president? I think that's his role, but really like the CEO kind of thing. I mean, there are a lot of heads being scratched regarding some decisions he's made with Gutekunst. I think they could may not be in the hot seat, but there certainly are some talks for them to be moving on, I think. What do you think, Zach?
I like Gutekunst. He's made a lot of good moves. The only kind of big glaring issue is obviously he hasn't got weapons. So, if he goes on and gets a weapon or two this offseason, I think I've liked the moves he's made otherwise, getting pieces on defense.
I mean,
Joe Barry?
They did draft two receivers who are prominent in their offense
not a
this
fan
year.
of Joe Barry.
I that's why I said it's like the zone cover, not to make this a Packer talk show, but the amount of zone they've ran and how they're using Jair Alexander as a zone quarterback cornerback in the flats, I guess, hasn't really been, he's thrived there, but
last year he had the one good stretch last year, so everyone thought he was a great defensive coordinator. But I mean, if you look at their defense last year was pretty good. But if you look at Barry's history, his 3 years as defensive coordinator, his defense has finished bottom 4 every single year up until last year. So I mean, I don't think something can just change like that.
Yeah, and even with that, I mean, the amount of talent they've had. But if you look at defense from year to year, I mean, the defense is still performing similar numbers wise from last year. It's just the offense is so bad. I mean, the offense, the offense is terrible, and that's kind of the difference. And the Colts can kind of relate to not really having an offensive output right now. But I think for a group session talking about our teams, I think we did a pretty good job. So, looking already 24ish minutes in to the episode.
One more takeaway quick.
You can throw one more takeaway here. And then we're gonna have to get to some drafting.
Yeah. I just want to say there is a good chance right now that all NFC East teams make the playoffs. I mean, the Commanders are like a game back, and they're like the second team out in the hunt right now. Obviously, you got the Eagles in first in that division. Cowboys and Giants are both 6-2. I'm pretty sure, or 6-3. One of the two.
No,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
One of them 6-2, one 6-3 maybe.
But Giants had a bye.
Giants and Cowboys, they're both 6-2.
6-2.
Yeah, they both had buys last week.
So they're in 5 and 6 right now.
The wild card teams are going to be
49ers are at 7.
The wild card
right
team's
now.
going to be 2 from NFC East, and then either 49ers or Seahawks, whoever's in that
2.
division.
The Commanders right now, Zach, are like right behind the 49ers and Seahawks. Not Seahawks, no. 49ers. Right behind the 49ers.
Wait, Zach, who's not making the playoffs in the East? If you said 2.
Well, the Eagles are going to win it, and then 2.
I was just talking wild card teams. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Saying
sorry.
wild card teams.
3 total teams from the East.
Yeah.
Just saying, there's a chance that the Commanders could make a push here, and possibly they're 4 and 5, so it's not like. I mean, the 49ers are 4 and 4.
Heineke hype again.
No.
Why not? He's looked good.
Nope.
We saw it last year. He looked good for a couple games, and he just can't sustain the success.
The consistency.
That was
Yep.
his issue last year.
Yeah. Well,
And
when
we're gonna
Wentz
see
comes
that
back, I
same-
don't know if they make that decision to switch to him or not.
That'll be interesting. Oh, okay. But Zach, do you have any takeaways from week 9 you want to touch on here before we kind of roll into the week 10?
Now we can go to the drafts
All right, we got to go to some
for
giraffes.
week 10.
And for week 10, and we have 2 people who get first overall picks. Jared gets it in fantasy picks, and I get it in team picks. So I'll choose what we start with, and I'm going to choose team picks.
Of course. Cool.
Yay! Cool. Don't cool me.
Cool.
But I'll tell you my first one. I'll take Chiefs over Jaguars.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, then I can take the lock, right? This is a lock. Eagles
Don't
over
do
the
it.
Commanders.
Don't do it. Oh, he did
Lock.
it.
If the Eagles lose their first game, I'm cursed.
I feel like Monday night, I don't know. I feel like the Eagles could lose that, but okay.
I'm going to take the Giants over Houston. And then I'm going to take I'm going to take Atlanta over Carolina.
Okay. Can we talk about quickly the Texans Giants? Giants are listed only as -5 at home against the Texans.
Really?
It seems kind of slim, doesn't it?
That's weird.
I mean, they
actually.
have all their games have been 1 possession, so
I guess.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Zach.
Then I will take the Dolphins over the Browns.
I'm gonna take Raiders over Colts. My first overall pick. Am I right? Or am I right?
I have the Colts actually winning that game just because of what Jeff Saturday said. If they lose, it's going to look really bad.
Wait. So because he said if they lose, it looks bad. You took him. You took them, right?
No,
Am
Jeff
I-
Saturday said when he was sitting on his couch and the Raiders were playing, they said like, "Wow, the Raiders are really bad." And now if they beat the Colts, it looks bad. So,
Oh.
yeah. And now that you took the
Okay.
Raiders, the Raiders are going to win. If you guys take the Colts, they win. But
I'm gonna take then the Steelers at home against the Saints.
whoa, really?
It's look terrible.
Okay. Then you took against my team, so I'll take the Cowboys against the Packers.
I'm going to take Chicago against Detroit. And then I'm going to take San Francisco against Chargers.
I had both of those actually. The only one I haven't had that you have said right now is the Colts losing. Yeah, the Titans will bounce back and they'll beat the Broncos. I'll take the Titans there.
Okay, I'm gonna take the Browns over the Dolphins. Gonna go a little bold here, and then I'm gonna take. I gotta stay away from the Vikings Bills game. I really want to take a team, but I just can't.
Take the London game.
And then no, not doing that either. No thanks.
The
I'll take
London? You
Chargers
mean
over
the Munich?
49ers. I'll take Chargers.
It's Munich this week.
Yep, Munich.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not London.
So we got Rams and Cardinals, Seahawks and Bucks, and then Bills and Vikings, or I can take an opponent. I'm gonna say the Bills just lost last week, so they're not gonna lose 2 in a row. So I'll take the Bills over the Vikings. You laugh like the Bills weren't the best team all year.
No, I laugh because your rationale. Bills can't lose twice in a row in the
They
National
can't. They're
Football
too good
League.
to lose.
It's a rule.
They're,
It's a
they're too good
commissioner's
to lose
rule.
2 games in a row. You'll see. We'll see after this week. I'll show you. The Bills will win.
Is
Not
Josh
saying they
Allen
won't win.
playing?
If okay, that's what I was gonna
questionable.
say. If Josh Allen doesn't play, this is gonna look terrible. But you know,
Case Keenum was picked up in a lot of leagues and could start against his former
Alright,
team.
I'm
Was
gonna
the big
take.
thing.
Okay.
what?
I'm going to take. What?
Did you?
I'm making my
didn't
last
hear
pick,
you say-
Jared.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. Shoot, this is tough.
Aw.
I'm gonna take Tampa Bay over Seattle.
Ooh.
Well-
Taking the London game.
You said it. It's done.
Ooh, is it okay? That's fine.
Yeah, we can't give
I'll
you any
take
more
Tampa.
grace period. You can't go 5-0 again.
Okay. So that wraps up team picks. Now we got some player picks to do. And Jared gets to start us.
All right.
But we also need to wait for Zach to make sure he's good. Oh, there he is. He's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, Jared, get us going.
I'm just gonna show. Wait, who are the Texans against? The Giants. Giants are against the Texans. So I will take Saquon against the Texans.
Okay.
I'm going to take.
Oh, I don't get to go.
What are you doing,
No, I
Drew?
want to go.
You're not
Okay,
up.
I'm joking.
Drew's not used to winning. That's weird.
Oh, says you, loser. Okay.
I'm going to take. I'll take ETN against Kansas City.
Oh, Zach takes ETN again. Shocker. Okay, well, I'm gonna take Mike Evans. Feels like
Might not
I've gotten
play.
him. I've taken him a lot this year.
Isn't he
What?
questionable?
Okay, cool. If he doesn't play, we before the game we get substitutes.
Okay.
And then I just need to do some thinking here. I'll take. Oh no, I really wanted to take Kenneth Walker, but I can't against the Bucks. So sorry, I was not positioned. I don't know. I forgot my spot or something. I don't know what happened. We're gonna need the Jeopardy music for me.
We might need to. Jeez.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Taking
there.
all 2 minutes of his
Yeah.
draft pick here.
I need all 2 minutes here and then some.
You ought to pick AJ Dillon if you don't pick in 10 seconds.
Really?
9, 8, 7.
I'll take Alvin Kamara.
6, 5, 4.
Okay.
I was really thinking I only got one. I don't know why.
I'm going to take. I'll take Devontae Adams.
Wait. Who is taken? So, Drew, didn't you get 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took Evans and Kamara.
Evans, that's right.
I took
That's
ETN and Adams.
Okay. So
You took
Evans.
Saquon.
Okay. So I'm gonna do something that Zach can't. So I'm gonna take George Kittle. Sorry,
That's
Wow.
Zach. And then I'm also going to take Chris Olave.
I'm going to take. I'll take CD Lamb.
I'm gonna take. I'll take Deontay Johnson.
Okay.
And then, I get to take. I get another pick.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback going to be this week? I'll double it up. I'll take Fields again.
He went from like not even top 10 to like number 6 or number 7 just in 1 week.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tua.
Okay. Then I'll take Geno Smith. And then I will also take for my last pick for my flex. Colts are terrible. I'm taking Josh Jacobs.
Colts are terrible. I agree.
Mhm.
I'm going to take Greg Dulcich.
I like that pick. I'm gonna take. Is Dalton Schultz playing?
Who?
I
Dalton
couldn't tell
Schultz?
you. Do you know who is playing? Mike Gesicki.
No thanks.
Gerald
I
Everett.
think Schultz is playing.
Okay, I'll take Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
That is it. So
That is it.
I don't know. I didn't do really any crazy picks this week. I didn't go that creative.
And
But it took me 2 minutes to take Alvin Kamara. That might be a record. So not complaining, but we do have week 10 coming our way here, and in that game, or in the set of games. Of course, I mean, every Thursday night we're blessed with some high quality football. And this week is no different. We go to North Carolina, where we get the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers squaring off on Prime Video, 2 under 500 teams. It's going to be a treat.
Well, a first place team, actually.
Second place.
Are the Bucks number 1 now?
Yeah.
Bucks are number 1.
Did they beat the Falcons
you,
this
Jared.
year? They must have.
Yes. Thank you, Jared.
Okay, well, after that game, the Falcons will be in first because PJ Walker's going to play for a half, and then Baker Mayfield's going to take over. So I don't know who to start this week as my super flex.
You could just trade for Tom Brady.
Any logical answers, please?
How's that not logical? You're going all in.
He's
And
45 years old, and he's going to play like
it's a 6-point per passing touchdown league, and he passes 50 times a game.
And that's why he's listed as like what, number 10 quarterback. I don't want to give up stuff for Brady, who's not going to help me next year.
I mean, you've given up a lot already for players who won't help you next year, like Raheem Mostert.
He'll help me next year. He's their prime back there right now.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll help you get special teams touchdowns, maybe.
Guy's 30 some years old. He's not returning any kicks. Okay.
It's a joke, but okay. Well, that game, we don't know about the weather, and it sounds like it's not going to be good. So I'd imagine we're going to see the Falcons run as much as they usually do. So you notice why we didn't take no Kyle Pitts this week. So well, I'd imagine this game probably be low scoring. I mean, that's just kind of my anticipation, but it could be. You know, we saw this Panthers defense give up 40+ points last week, and that was the Bengals. I don't know. Not really looking forward to this game. Are you guys?
I mean, I'll watch it, but if it was on a noon or something, I wouldn't choose to watch it.
No. Zack?
I can't wait for this game. It's gonna be the game of the week. Calling that now.
Game of the week's gone. Ugh. Well, at least on Sunday we have all day football. They bless us with 8:30. We got, of course, Seahawks and Buccaneers at Munich, Germany, and then we have at noon we'll end up getting Lions and Bears probably, and then maybe Jaguars Chiefs on CBS. But yeah, I mean the noon games are Vikings Bills on Fox, Lions Bears, Broncos Titans, Jaguars Chiefs, Browns Dolphins, Texans Giants, and Saints and Steelers. Out of those games, obviously, we'll be watching. I don't even know. Actually, there's no obvious one there. Probably, ideally, Vikings and Bills. Hopefully, that's the one on Fox that we get instead of Lions and Bears. I'd be really upset if they give us that one, but that's probably number one.
Lions and Bears, just because they're probably gonna be on TV. If not, I want the
Yeah.
Bills and Vikings. But Zach,
What are you looking for, Zach?
I just kind of zoned out. I want to watch the Seattle and Tampa game.
That's at 8:30. We're talking noon games. Give me a noon game. Jaguars, Chiefs,
Huh.
Broncos, Titans,
Oh,
Browns,
what time is
Dolphins.
that game?
8:30. Seahawks and Bucks are at 8:30.
Oh, my bad. Cleveland, Miami.
Cleveland, Miami. Okay, that's gonna be on CBS. Miami's 3.5-point favorites in that one. And then at 3:05, we only have one 3:05 start, and that's Jared's Colts versus the Raiders. The Raiders will get the job
the
done.
only
move to
game?
only one at 3:05. We have a
Okay,
3:25.
3:25.
We have
Okay.
Cardinals, Rams. And then we have a 7:21. We have Chargers and 49ers. Is that night game? Should be a good one. Looking forward to that one. Hoping Chargers can get the job done though. Hopefully Brandon Staley can call some good plays and make Herbert. I mean, Zach, you touched on Herbert. What?
Why are you hoping for the Chargers to win?
Because didn't I just take them in team picks?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Zach took the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
in
I
other
also
words,
had-
Drew's gonna lose.
Yeah, because I
So-
had the 49ers too, so Drew's gonna lose. I was on Zach's side
Here-
Oh, Jared, that kind of
Jared-
balances it out though.
there. Yeah, it does.
Chargers will win. Justin Herbert will have a good game. That's what we hope for. And then Monday night we got Commanders Eagles. If Eagles have it on primetime games, so they're on that like when they had double Monday night. So this is their second Monday night game of the year, if I'm not mistaken. They
Think
played
so.
the
Yeah.
Vikings on
Thursday.
Monday night. That's weird.
Yep.
They played Cowboys
got-
on Sunday night too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. This is their fourth
Have they
of
played
the
it
year.
Thursday night?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
played last Thursday against the Texans.
Sorry, thank you. I mean, it was just like
Yeah, they
so
played
they
them all.
played. This is their 4th out of 10. I guess if you're good, 4 out of 10 weeks of good prime time.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most, right?
I mean, some teams get like 6 primetime games. Like the Colts have 4 this year
Well, I'm just talking with
Well,
like
that's
out of
so
10
far.
weeks. It's
so far. Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. That was a
But then-
mistake. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Colts should
And the
have
Colts on
0.
primetime
The
4
Colts
times.
belong on Nickelodeon for prime time. Am I right? Am I? No.
No.
Did you see a little fact? I
No.
mean, Bobby Okereke, he got the best grade of any player ever. A 97.3 for his game that he had last week. Just a
Thank
little
you.
fun fact about
Thank
the
you for
Colts.
sharing.
Had,
Jared.
one good Colt moment this year so far.
I think the Commanders can beat the Eagles this week. I think the Eagles will come out and be like, "Oh, this is an easy one," or whatever.
You guys are contradicting yourself. You said Heineke's not going to keep it up.
Oh, I didn't say Heineke's gonna play well.
No,
I said the
Jared.
Commanders are gonna win.
That's
think
just
it-
Drew. I think the
think the
Eagles are winning
Commanders-
by 14.
Okay. Just want to make sure because I think
C-
the Eagles
wait,
win
wait.
this game by 3
Heineke
scores.
has to play well to win this game. I mean, theoretically, yeah, but like, the
Who-
Commanders as a team.
Who else has to play well? Gibson? Like,
The Eagles'
I was
offense is
thinking
too
the defense.
dynamic. If Washington wants to keep up, Heineke has to play good.
Yeah, but I don't think rest of the season though. I mean, I'm not in on Heineke long term. He can have a good game this week.
so you think there is a chance that the Commanders make the playoffs?
Nope.
They're only a game back, half game back right now.
Jared,
Jared, do you honestly think that the Commanders are close to as good of a team as the 49ers or Seahawks?
If they beat the Eagles, they're the 7th seed.
I'm
I
glad
mean,
the
it
playoffs don't
says
end
right
after week
there.
10.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the Commanders will be 5-5.
not happening.
I mean,
Well,
Nope.
even if they do go to 5-5 or 5-4, whatever they are,
yeah, 5-5
Um,
it would be.
they're still not going to make the playoffs because
Oh, because the 49ers look
think-
really good this year, right?
yeah, I mean
The
they
4
just
and
added
4 49ers.
CMC.
I mean,
With CMC now.
The one game that we saw him where he actually played like the full game, their offense looked unstoppable.
and even from the start, I mean, we talked about that 49ers team just being pretty well balanced. And this was even with Trey Lance. I know we previewed more before the year. We still had this team. I believe we had them right, like around like a 10-7, 11-6 kind of thing. I still think they'll finish around there, but like if they make they're gonna make the playoffs, and anything can happen there. So I think we'll see them. They're built for the playoffs, in my opinion.
They're kind of they're gonna sneak in with a 10-7, 9-8 kind of record maybe, and then they have a chance to go far like always.
They're a lot better coached than the Commanders too, so that's also a huge difference.
Everyone is better coached than the Commanders.
Yeah,
even Jeff Saturday.
Ooh.
Except the Colts, but
yeah.
I want to talk a little. I know we still have like some fantasy football stuff, but we did that midseason awards with Diaz in with an Instagram post or Instagram page. Diaz, Diaz in the NFL. We did it with him, and that's on our Instagram at Drew Sports Crew. But what I want to talk about on that post was some of our award predictions. Kind of how we went about them. I guess, is there any right now for midseason that we feel are locks?
Just got to look at
defensive rookie of the year.
What we said.
Defensive and defense. I feel like defensive player of the year and defensive rookie of the year are both locks, barring any injury.
Right? We all said Gardner, right?
Nope. Diaz said.
Somebody said Hutchinson.
Or did I say
I thought you said Hutchinson.
I said Hutchinson. Yeah.
And then Diaz took the Tariq Wooden.
Did we all say Sauce? Oh, no, I didn't.
Only two of us did. It was Zach and I.
We all took Josh Allen for MVP.
Well, now, the MVP awards opened up a lot now just due to last week.
Mm-hmm. Offensive player of the year, we all had someone different. We all had Micah Parsons for defensive player of the year.
I don't think that's a lock yet.
We all had Saquon for comeback player of the year. That's 100% a lock. Saquon. That's got to be a lock.
With Geno? What if the Seahawks finish with a better record than the Giants and Geno keeps up what he's doing? Just saying.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think defensive rookie of the year, but Zach, really, if Micah Parsons, barring any injury again, I mean, you see a way where Micah Parsons does not win it? You think like it would be like a Bosa kind of thing? Is Nick Bosa?
There's Nick Bosa's up there. He's having a good season. Zadarius Smith leads the league in sacks and tackles for loss, I think. Or no, I think Matthew Judon passed him for sacks this week, but
also
he's up there for.
Just so you guys know, you guys are the only two that took Sauce. I took Aiden Hutchinson.
That was established a little bit ago, Jared.
Oh,
yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then Zach said the Eagles are winning it all. We said Bills. That's basically it.
Yeah, I was getting people are hating on the Eagles pick in the comments, but the reason I picked them is because they have the easiest path to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I didn't mind your.
I mean, the Bills have to be, the Chiefs. They have to go through all these powerhouses. The Eagles are just going to have to go through
exactly
who their own
Minnesota,
division.
who they already beat.
Yeah, I like their chances to win. Yeah, I like their chances to get there for sure. And if they get there, I mean, that's half the battle. And then they just got to win the game. I know it's something with that, but one of the things I looked at for this year for awards is with MVP and offensive player of the year. And I feel offensive player of the year should always go to like a wide receiver, running back, right? A non-quarterback. But I ended up actually, I took Jalen Hurts for the OPOI one, just based on the fact that with how well Josh Allen was playing. This was before last week. Like I was like, all right, Allen's got to be the MVP as we all thought. But I was like, well, if the Eagles go, let's say 15-2, they play very well, and there's not really that one offensive season right now. Like last year, I mean, we had Cooper Kupp's historic season. I mean, we've had historic seasons in the past where we've seen, or we've seen again running back, wide receiver.
You don't think Tyreek Hill right now?
Good. Let me finish, Zach. And I don't think Tyreek Hill's season right now is just. I mean, I know yards are up there, right? I mean, receiving yards, but hasn't been like Cooper Kupp historic, has it?
He's gonna have more than Kupp. He's already at 1,100 through 9 games.
But do you think he's gonna sustain that?
Yeah.
See,
I mean, Cup
agree.
season got
Drew, and I disagree. I mean, I agree because that Eagles team, if they do go 15-2, like you said, I mean, Hurts does deserve an award, whatever it is, and it's not going to be MVP, or it might be honestly, but doubt it. But I also think that if you're going to say Allen's the MVP, I mean, you could look at any receiver. I mean, Hill, like you said, Zach. I mean, Diggs has been good this year. Even Cup again. Like I think that it should still be a non-quarterback because that's like.
Well,
It's like the MVP for baseball, and then you got the Cy Young. The Cy Young is the pitcher's award, and the MVP is everyone else.
Can I
think
throw
that
some numbers quickly?
Shouldn't be a quarterback. Yeah.
Mahomes won in 2018, Ryan's won in 2016, Cam Newton 2015. So just 3 quarterbacks already there. And what I'm saying is,
Did they all
I
win
think
MVP
if
the same year though?
Cam Newton did, Matt Ryan did.
I think
Mahomes
so.
did.
But my
Mahomes
point
did,
is,
yeah.
okay, then I think a quarterback could still win it then. I mean, it happened to be just 2018 where it's most.
But your point
most
was,
recent
like
one.
Zach said, your point was that Cup was the clear favorite last year, and Hill is passing up his numbers. So,
But I don't know. Well, okay, we're through 9 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
So, Tyreek Hill, maybe then I think which I do. I think that it's not going to be kept up. That's kind of where I think he's not going to. I think he's the number one position player right now. I mean, how can you? I don't know. I think he's the number one position player right now, but I don't think sustainability wise, I don't know. I don't think he's going to keep it up. So that's kind of where I said I win. I mean, Cooper Kupp, we know. I mean, the season finished. We saw it. There was 17 games. He got better really as the season went on, even. So that's kind of where I'm going. Where I think a quarterback could potentially sneak in and win the award this year. Not saying I want that to happen because, again, I feel it's a position player award, but
Yeah.
I got Eckler up, by the way, in case Hill does not, keep it up. So
I thought I said Eckler for something.
you did
Didn't
say
I
Eckler.
I said, oh yeah, I did say him for
Eckler, I believe, is on pace for 21 touchdowns. Again, not going to say he hits that either. I don't think that's sustainable, but come on.
Yeah, I said Eckler just because of the usage. I mean, he's been the most utilized player in the league so far this year.
And it's helped with, or his numbers, of course, having, Herbert's not throwing the ball as much either. And then also, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen being out, has given Eckler that bump in usage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those are. I like the predictions that we all had. I mean, some of them are different, but mostly we can agree on most of them.
Zach, I have a question for you about Chris Olave. So he's been like the top rookie receiver, probably. I mean, not probably. He has been from stats wise. Would you say? I mean, I saw you still had Olave as your offensive rookie of the year pick. Is there? Do you predict like Kenneth Walker slowing down, or do you think that they're going to value his production as receiver over Walker or even Pierce?
I mean, I think Pierce is definitely a strong candidate as well. But if you look at Walker, he's had, I think, a touchdown in each of his last 5 games since Penny went down. So I think he's gonna regress on the touchdown standpoint a little bit. But I mean, he still might be a 1,000-yard rusher. I think Olave he's done it all season, and he's been the most consistent out of other rookies.
I agree with the consistency part. I don't know how much recency bias is with voters. I know even in baseball, for example, we've seen recency bias taking some of the awards, even though even when they vote, if they vote a month early or a few weeks early, right? I mean, we still have seen recency bias play a factor in some of the awards about valuing strong finishes. I guess in football, we're gonna have to wait and see how that kind of turns out. But I think if there is some recency bias, I think certainly we could see Walker or Pierce end up finishing the favorites to win that award. That's kind of where I would the running back route.
I could see that.
Jared, you took Walker, right?
I think so. Let me make sure. I took. Where am I?
Not Alec Pierce.
Walker. I took Walker. No, I mean he's worth a first, but Walker.
Oh.
I think. I mean, the only people we had, like we all said, it's Pierce, Walker, Olave, and I thought Olave is only producing just because injuries. I mean, so is Walker with Penny, I guess, but it's just like Olave has been really good, but that's, I mean, Is it sustainable? I mean, they're gonna not. I don't know because Thomas is out for the year, so I can see him still being
I like
sustained.
Olave.
But I think Walker's just edging him out a little bit right now, so I just gave him the edge just because of the clearness that he's going to be the running back for the rest of the season, and he's going to still put up the numbers I think that he's been putting up this whole year.
Seahawks run the ball too more, right? I mean, I don't know. He certainly destined for volume. It depends, of course. Olave, now having really Dalton these last few weeks hasn't been. He may still put up some solid numbers, but certainly not ideal.
Let Jameis play, please.
Famous Jameis,
put him back in.
Is there any start-sit dilemmas you guys have here before we wrap up?
PJ Walker or Kareem Hunt? Actually, that's a different league. Never mind.
PJ Walker or Kareem Hunt?
PJ Walker or Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Superflex. Or Hunter Renfro or Van Jefferson or Alec Pierce.
No, you trade for Tom Brady again. For a second, straight up.
Okay, how about this? Raheem Mostert or Kareem Hunt? Kareem Hunt is projected more than Mostert.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give up on Mostert in 1 week with Jeff Wilson there. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they went to Wilson a lot more.
They did, yeah.
That kind of scared me, but I don't know.
Yeah, but no, you can't go with Hunt if Chubb's there, if Chubb's healthy, if Chubb's playing. I think as cliche as it sounds, Superflex is a 2 quarterback kind of thing. I mean, statistically proven. I think you just go Walker. I know the conditions we
put up negative 1.2 last week. So
that's terrible strategy. You've been telling me that the last 2-3 with Zach Wilson, and every single week the person I start instead of Zach Wilson has outscored Zach Wilson.
I'm still consistently going that because the numbers tell me it evens out. So
I think that I have the most trust in putting a quarterback there if I can.
Come on, Zach. Kareem Hunt. I mean, the difference is you're starting receivers there. Jared hasn't given me a receiver. I can see a receiver stream there, but come on,
Alec
Kareem
Pierce Hunt or Hunter Renfro. But I mean,
those aren't like Zach's starting number. Like Zach was starting Rondale Moore there. Like that's different. I mean, that's Kyler Murray's slot receiver who has proven fantasy relevance. We're talking Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Drew, I'm just saying, Jim Irsay would not like you as a head coach.
That's fine.
What?
Didn't nobody understand?
No.
That?
Why? Huh?
You're cutting in fine because these other coaches, they rely too much on stats.
How he went out and said, yeah. Well, I don't know. I like the numbers, and the numbers tell me start a quarterback. I get it, Zach. There are some scenarios like Zach Wilson in a poor matchup. I get it, but I don't know. I feel like PJ Walker against the Falcons. This is a 6-point per passing touchdown league too, Zach. You've been doing it in 4-point per passing touchdown leagues too. So pretty big difference, if you ask me.
I think I'm going with PJ Walker. I just don't, and it's Thursday night too, so it's gonna. I kind of wished it was Sunday to make sure that PJ Walker was going to start because I kind of wanted to start Mayfield instead, just because they trust him more and they actually put the ball in his hand. PJ Walker had 5 pass attempts last game.
That's fine. He can run the ball.
I think he's 3 for 10 for 9 yards and a pick or something.
2 picks.
Well, I'm just hoping the Panthers don't go down 3 scores where they're forced to pass the ball, and that's where it got out of hand last week. So,
yeah,
as they knew the pass was coming
in though.
Mayfield did. That's why I'm surprised they still stuck with Walker. But
yeah, any start and sit thing you need help with, Zach? Here.
Not this week, no.
No, Zach doesn't need help. He's too good, I guess. No, I have one. Justin Fields or Dak Prescott, 4-point per passing touchdown league. Someone, talk some sense into me.
I think Fields is 7th in rankings. I mean, you got to ride the hot hand, right? I think you have to.
Talk some sense into me, Zach.
What league is that in?
Doesn't matter the league.
Okay, I don't know why you're being so secret about that, but I do Fields.
I have Fields in right now. Again, 4-point. I feel like that's probably right. And again, Dak being against the Packers. Packers still have been tough on quarterbacks in fantasy. I mean, look at Josh Allen. Just overall numbers wise, I believe they're top 10 defense against quarterbacks so far this year. So pretty good matchup,
Mhm.
or good matchup for Fields too. So yeah, I'll probably keep that as is. We're over the hour mark here, so I guess if you guys have anything else here, we're gonna wrap up here. Jared's got some basketball, or not basketball, right?
Yep, basketball.
He's got a basketball game here coming up tonight. Is he gonna win? Probably not. But we're rooting for him. Good luck, Jared.
Thank you.
But otherwise, promo code J2M is where you'll find us on Thrive Fantasy. Link is down below. So go check us out there. Use that offer, of course. And we have our parlays posted at Drew Sports Crew on social media. They're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. It's all there. Linktree, you can find it all there. And yeah, again, that'll wrap it up for myself, Drew Skyberg, Zach Roush, and Jared Valesky on this Wednesday night. Thank you all for listening to yet another episode of Drew Sports Crew, the Journey to a Million, the perfect podcast for you.